Okay, perfect. Perfect. There we see the handsome lad that is Anubish. Beautiful. He drafted Xerath like a Chad. Is that a counter to VelKoz? Okay, that's interesting. I'm guessing he's... Because Oceania takes a lot of influence from Korea, and in Korea, VelKoz is not a mid laner. So I'm assuming that has to be a support, also judging from Vlad bans. So that should be a VelKoz support. You have Kog'Maw, so you're kind of doomed. It's literally the worst setup. Well, not the worst, but one of the worst setups you can have. As a poke Mage bot lane, there's a couple of very, very bad champions that are babysit champs. Vayne, Twitch, Kog'Maw. They're all scaling babysit champs, which means you just play to scale them. And it's really, really sad. So yeah, VelKoz Dark Harvest. Okay. You're going Xerath Dark Harvest. That's cocky. Anubish kind of hot? Yeah, look at that scarf, dude. Look at that scarf. Everyone's boiling on 40 degrees in the summer. He's just pissed chilling down there in the southern hemisphere, enjoying winter like a Chad. Okay, so Kai'Sa VelKoz, that's solid. That's actually winnable. That's winnable. That's a decent matchup for you. Like as soon as you have Kog'Maw, like most of them are losing, but you counter VelKoz by yourself, not by much on support role, but it's all right. Because it depends on others. But yeah, you guys are good. You actually outrange this matchup. So if you just have to avoid Kai'Sa W's and Q's from Kog'Maw, that's basically it. So this is Silver 1 Oceania. We get the POV, which is pretty cool. It's pretty damn cool. So yeah, we're gonna see how he operates with his camera, how the movement works, like what info he's absorbing, what data we are gaining, and all that, you know. He even does that, like, pew, 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 pew. Okay, so you know he's mechanically gifted. Skyrim scarf, okay. Sheesh. We haven't been blessed by cats today, but okay. Okay. Let's see. I'm curious what the runes are fully. If we don't see them here, I'll watch them just after on the OPGG. OPGG. Are you using Q on Smartcast or off? Oh yeah, there's a cat in the background. You're right, actually. Goddamn Benji. Someone else stole your squid? Nah, it's perfect. Actually, let me move my cam. Let's go here. Tiny Azzapp. Okay, so you're doing the fishing strats. The fishing strats don't work. I mean, you're getting Manifold Ban if you hit. They're not really working because you don't have a teammate near you, so you would lose out on 20 Gs. But it's alright. What do they have in the comp? Let's see. Let's see if my boy... Ooh, that was close. So, you guys are all right. LeBlanc can potentially roam. Evelyn's a big threat. Pose 6 bot lane. Can I fucking pause it? Thank you. Kha'Zix, Yi, Vlad. Yeah, there's just no pressure whatsoever. You guys can go cookie as fuck here. There's no pressure, honestly. They don't even have like a gank set up. They have VelKoz with exhaust, which is absolutely pathetic in this matchup. He won't be able to reach any of you, like in range. It's just really, really bad. So yeah, he's going Dark Harvest as well. Interesting. Hail of Blades, so they're going for quick burst trades while you're going for poke into winning fight. Into a consistent trade. Wait, what? Okay. I don't know why he flashed. He could have either leveled up shield and baited him, or Q and then die and then trade life. And then he would be up 2 sums while trading a life with his passive. Yeah, he could have lost the game there basically for him. Because after he loses both sums, Simon would just destroy him. Interesting. Don't help too much. You're very generous, actually. Helping Evelyn is alright, but... because she has kind of a weak start. Okay, Q start very confident. Usually, like on a support, when you play Xerath support, you go W, generally. Because your Q is slightly offset from the mana flow band. W, you basically, every time you have it, you proc mana flow band, and you can't miss it. So, like, you can stack on, like, first level, you can stack so much. And you get to mana flow band full stacks, like, very, very quickly with a W. So, yeah. Also, not to mention, Q is, like, more consistent for long-term fights. W is just in and out, and you're not gonna fight at the start, obviously, because of the matchup. So it's just like go in and out, you know. So yeah, I would have started W. Also, not to mention you conserve more mana by it. You not only do you get mana flow bans, it's easier to hit, plus you save mana. So yeah, W start is way better in Xerath Support, I believe. Okay, don't go into trades ever. That's good. But utilize your passive. You're wasting your passive horribly. Either go auto attack the enemy, now you can't because it's a level 2, or hit the minions. You're totally wasting your passive. Every time it's off, you gotta hit because you want to spam abilities. This is a battle of attrition in the bot lane. Battle of poke. Good. 2 seconds. 1 auto attack. Auto attack. Auto attack. See, all this is time you're wasting. Like 3, 4, 5 seconds, 6, and there you go. You hit. So you wasted 6 seconds out of 12 on cooldown. So you basically could have had half the cooldown already. So now instead of being at 10, you would be at 4 seconds on the new one, and you would just. And you fucked it up earlier as well. So by now you could have had 1 extra mana, or a passive proc, and extra cooldown. You know? So you gotta look for that highest efficiency. You wanna hit enemies when you can, but if it's too risky and too big of a trade, don't go, just take minions. And if you just do W start, you won't even run out ever, so. It's just much better. Okay, early game they have better push. I forget about the passive until I start running out of mana. Yeah, it's just a habit you want to develop. It's really a habit. Yes, it does actually. I can get to like diamond with VelKoz jungle. Yeah, easily. I did play it in a couple of situations, and I got 50% win rate on it on NA at around D1, something like that. So yeah, it's ridiculous. Everfrost VelKoz Predator jungle. Yeah, you can pull it off. Pure MSD, thanks for 4 months, man. Appreciate it. Welcome back. Now, it has a really good gank due to map curvature, because every time you're coming in from the river, they usually tend to hug the wall, and the QR combo can be devastating. Like, you can just do massive long-range QR from the river. It's pretty solid in that regard, but your early is a bit scuffed. You gotta survive first 5 levels. But yeah, you need a big leash, but it works, actually, yeah. Thanks for the resub, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, so here we go. Another, like, again, passive mistake. You're not utilizing your passive to the maximum extent. There, you could have auto-attacked Kai'Sa, like, she fucked up her positioning. If she tries to trade you... There we go. That's not bad. You hit VelKoz. VelKoz is playing smart. Is going into the... you need to show us. I have, like, 3-4 videos on VelKoz jungle, actually, on my YouTube. VelKoz is playing smart, conserving, like, taking the brush constantly. That was a bit spicy. That was ridiculously close. They really fucked up. Nice. Wonderful, wonderful. Why you didn't? Should have gone further. Should have gone even chasing. Why didn't you chase after this? Like, and this is the issue of like. This is why I'm glad we're watching a VOD instead of a. We're watching like a legit Twitch VOD instead of watching your replay, because we see the camera control and the movement. Like, the play was good. The play was very great. They fucked up like monkeys. You punished them. You recognized it. Obviously both teams suck here in early game, so if they overcommit, you punish. Now here, I don't know why you didn't chase Kai'Sa. She literally flashed, your Q is in 9 seconds. And if you look here on the map, you can see that she's a little bit to the right. Because again, this is one of the things I talk about very often, map curvature, okay? The shortest line from you to turret is this, okay? This hypotenuse here. And the shortest line from her is like this. So you can actually close a lot of the gap. When the converging angle, you know, you can close a lot of the gap by coming at a different angle, so you can potentially get in your Q range after, and you still have barrier, so if she turns, you just kill her. So yeah, you could have chased that for sure. But yeah, wonderful play. Now here comes a little bit of wave management. This is when you want to shove out. You can't hard shove. Help him hard shove. Don't go back. Hard shove. Go back then. Stop typing. Fucking take my VelKoz. Okay, respectable. Respectable. A little bit of trash talking. Sure. Yeah, hard. Just help him hard shove. Don't be afraid to hit minions. These are the rare cases where support is actually okay to auto-attack the wave and even steal. Like, you don't give a fuck. You steal everything here. It's better for him, actually, if you steal here faster. Check everything about coaching below in the description. Right now, we're doing patron coachings because it's Friday and I have no variety games to play. We're doing free patron coachings. Shove, get the fuck out, okay? Don't overstay. You're offsetting yourself for a reset. You're offsetting yourself. This is a big waste. This is a massive waste here. Now, if this VelKoz is smart and worthy of his salt, this VelKoz would chase you down into oblivion and make you recall at your tier 2 with his annoying angles, okay? So you guys would be so fucking offset. To do jungle coaching, I'm not super familiar with the specific routing for specific champs, but in terms of general macro, like anything diamond and below is just super easy to coach. It all comes down to the same things. Most people in low relo make same mistakes. So yeah. Why is Kog'Maw staying? Ping him back. Ping him back.
Large subbage boys.
Large subbage drives, indeed. Why are you guys staying? What is happening? They didn't even freeze. There's no reason for you guys to stay. Like, okay, so here comes some basic principles. Thank you for 23 months, drives. Appreciate it, man. Love you, buddy. Challenger Nordicanese, what rank you best? Oh, you're asking about the difference? It doesn't work like that. Or are you asking about my elo? I hit Challenger U West. I'm Nordicanese Diamond 2 right now within like 10 games. So we're gonna rush that. What was I gonna say? Okay, so the basic principles, Anubish. The whole reason of laning, the whole reason of early game fighting, the whole reason of poking enemies in lane, the whole reason of basically anything you do in this video game is to get gold. Why are we getting gold? We're not gonna hold it in a bank account. We're gonna transform it into items. So that's the way you scale in the game. You transfer your money into items. And now, right now, you guys got the kill. You outplayed. You have 1k. Kog'Maw has around 1k, I think, because you got the first blood. So you guys are sitting on 2,000. You're sitting on 2,000. Like, you're ahead. You won. But now you're behind because if you press tab here, I'll show you the difference in items. Not to mention the HP, and you guys are absolutely fucked here. Ooh. Okay, got the Dark Harvest. You guys got a bit lucky there. And here's what happens. You guys die. Okay, so that's basic punishment. And here's the worst part about you dying. They were conserving a slow push because they just came from the back. And this is why I told you not to offset the recall. We're going to enter a bit of a higher elo territory here. But whenever pro players shove 2 waves or more, they will either dive or get the fuck out. Okay? If you're watching competitive, when someone is slow pushing, they're gonna either dive or get out after. That's a cheater recall. So especially in bot lane, that happens very, very often. A wave, like as Ellis would say, like A wave into B wave into C, and then you crash, and then you get the fuck out because you have 2.5 waves. So that's exactly what you guys had. You had 2.5 waves, and you should have backed the fuck up. So that would be a perfect recall. You would match the wave here without losing any minions. So that would be absolute highest efficiency. Now you stayed and basically gave 2 kills for no reason, and you got minimal returns, which is just, it's really bad. You basically threw your entire advantage here. You were massively ahead. So yeah, the wave management as well. Consider it like this. This is a good shortcut. You don't have to pay attention or do like any predictions on the waves and shit. If you shove out 2 waves, just imagine within a minute and like 15 seconds, 2 waves will be shoving at you. Just imagine that, okay? It's like a, again, like some sort of mirror play. If you shove out 2 waves plus, 2 waves plus will be at your doorstep very, very soon. Because what will happen is those 2 waves are quite chunky, and it's going to take a while for the enemy turret to chip them away. So the turret is chipping them away, and then their wave comes in, and it clumps. And because it still takes a while, half the time until the second wave comes has passed. So this wave meets enemy wave closer to them, which means if it's closer and chunkier, chunkier wave beats the non-chunky wave because of better focus. They target the first one sticking out, they kill him, they kill the other guy, the third guy. They have better focus, so they're gonna win if you played World of Warcraft, and I know you did. So focus is very important. So the chunky wave is gonna beat it, especially if it's closer to them because their side will arrive faster. So you have 2 waves then, and it's inevitably gonna push to you. So I hope I did a good job making this closer, because this is not something people generally know in silver or gold. But yeah, when you make a big crash, inevitably it's gonna stack up against you. So you want to get out fast after crashing the wave. That's the whole point. And you would have avoided this whole fucking shebang and the situation where you die for no reason. Okay, so you get Alternator. That's a good, because they don't have sums. It's a decent call, actually. I still like Darkseal, and I'm a huge Darkseal simp. So I would still probably get it. But this is the best snowbally item you can buy right now. Because this is the way to punish. Like with your gold, I'd buy probably Boots, Darkseal, Amptone. But this is better if you want to get a kill. And you definitely can, because they have no sums. So, okay, you go to check this, you know they're down. Boom. Okay, can't really do anything though. Decent damage, but can't do much. Like this. Interesting. Annoyed him. Annoyed him. See, here's a repeat. Here's a reverse of the situation. Here's the reverse of the situation you guys had. You wanted a recall. They kind of pushed you to stop you. To be fair, you guys didn't want a recall, so for some reason. But this is where you want to stop their recall, because right now Kaisa is sitting on about 800 gold, and you don't want her to cash it in. So if you can, you go and interrupt. And see, you're well aware of this principle. I do this very often. I do this. Now maybe you don't know why you're doing this exactly. Like, maybe you just want to be a cunt, because you've seen me do it, and I'm a cunt. But yeah, like, this is a very good thing you've done here. You basically won the next 2 minutes of the lane just by doing this. Straight up. That one interrupt, you basically won 2 minutes of the lane. Now, obviously, you overstayed for a pink for no fucking reason, and even she kind of walking in kind of telegraphed that Kha'Zix might come in. He was still bottom side. So, a bit of a ridiculous mistake at the end of the day. If you played it slightly more disciplined, you would just win the lane. Because she's stuck with half HP, and she has 800 gold, she can't recall. Now she gets free time to recall after this wave, and she gets very, very beefy. Okay. Now something tells me, like, she won't recall. You might be able to interrupt her again, though. You might be able to interrupt her. You're doing fine with the stacks and micro. Okay. If he's that close, never use Q first. W is always better. Like, if you're dealing with someone in this range, okay, this range, there's no reason to E, there's no reason to Q, just fucking W. If you hit the center dead on, 100% chain, like, you can't miss. Or if you miss, he will be obviously moving towards one direction to zone of A, so just combo him after. Like, the only time you use Q is if you're, like, shooting on super high range. And the only time you use E is if you're trying to, like, bait, let's say, on a cannon when they woke up, you kind of try to stun them. Or time it as soon as the minion dies, so you go through him and you kind of catch them off guard. But generally they don't land by itself, you know? So you wanna preface it with something. Okay. So that's just sequencing of abilities. In every scenario, there's an optimal sequence that you gotta find. Now, Kog'Maw can easily freeze this, but that's again a higher elo. Kog'Maw can freeze while you look for an interrupt. You'd be very annoying. Wow, Evelyn got hit. Still, she's gonna. No, good exhaust. Actually, VelKoz exhaust paid dividends there. What the fuck? That's such a trash summoner spell, especially against someone like Evelyn. Like, you wouldn't even get to use it before she one-shots you. And here it actually worked. That's such a, like, low percent chance scenario. That's a bit greedy for Dark Harvest, but I respect it. Unreal that actually worked. Top lane big trades. That should have been pink. That ward right there, that should have been pink instead of regular ward. Because a regular ward there does nothing to you. Like, first of all, you don't know if they see you there. Second of all, if Kha'Zix gets there and you see it by this ward, you're still dead. You need to see Kha'Zix on this ward here. That's the only one that works. Although now it might be a bit, like, contentious to go for it because they might have a pink there and you kind of get fucked. You can't really contest it. Yeah, obviously you shouldn't. Like, he was supposed to bait there when Evelyn came, but they kind of overlapped, which was a bit unfortunate. And VelKoz got a lucky combo. See, that's the sequencing with a W, but now he's out of range for that W. Yeah, that's fine. You should have just done pink instead of the regular word, though. Even if they, like... It doesn't really matter. Okay, this better be a Dark Seal. Don't you dare come out with one potion. Or a refillable. That would make me sick. Come on. Look, it just popped up. It just lit up. Look at that bad boy. Look at the bad boy light up. Look at it. It's announcing its existence to you. Bloop. It highlighted itself. You know? God damn it. That's 350 gold value down the drain here. It's a bit low efficiency, you know? That could have been decent value if you had it. Not even, at least get a potion in this case. At least one, because it's a very, the nature of the lane is trading. Okay, so now you're basically looking to poke better than VelKoz, and you do outrange him. And level 5, you do reasonably high damage. Level 6, incredible damage, so. At level 6, they will have better all-in, but you will have better poke. So it's all about, like, how the fight starts. So that's all that matters, basically. What are the initial conditions? Now, don't go up. You have no vision whatsoever. If that VelKoz played better, he could have devastated you there. The way you do that is you go behind a wave, but not too close so you can backwards Q combo you. And then you use W to clear the brush, and then ward. But it works. LeBlanc is winning, so that's really good. Nice, you could have punished that potentially with E. Because you did juke his Q, and without it he's fucked. Watch out for ult. You're fighting when he has ult and you don't. You're gonna have to flash that. And you still die. Yeah, that was just... It wasn't a bad combo you did on him. It was just an unwinnable scenario. That's just like... You come up to the simulator and then they press play on the Kobayashi Maru. Which is an unwinnable scenario. Whatever you do there, it's lost. Unless you cheat. Which means opponents are brain dead. You can get boots here. For highest efficiency. Again, 400 gold efficiency down the drain. You could have gotten boots for penetration. So yeah, that would be perfect for Xerath. Xerath really loves Xerath loves magic penetration. VelKoz not so much because it's 75% efficient. Xerath does. Xerath absolutely loves it. So you're also going Alternator, which is really weird. You're going Night Harvester on Xerath, which I mean. There's a couple of differences and why I don't like Night Harvester on Xerath. You don't really benefit from movement speed after landing a shot on Xerath, okay? On VelKoz you do. Let's say you land VelKoz Q, you get a bit of movement speed boost, and especially your roamer VelKoz. You get movement speed boost and you can reposition to EW combo. With Xerath, you don't quite give a fuck. If you land E, it's not like you're gonna reposition to a better... If you land a W, you're not gonna reposition in better E. You either stun or you don't. So the movement speed is less beneficial. You wanna get Ludens for Magic Pen. You literally wanna get Magic Pen. Because you just wanna rush that. Xerath has reasonably high base damage on his ult and on his abilities, so you wanna rush Pen early. That would give you an insane amount of damage. Also, one other thing is very good on Xerath. If you know you can survive and they don't have a hard engage, you get the Pen boots, you finish the Ludens, and then you finish the Mage. Mage is extremely cheap, but counts as a legendary item, which gives you more magic penetration. And a lot of people don't take that into consideration. And at that threshold, you get a lot of Magic Pen, and you can basically do true damage to people without MR. So. David, my man, what up? Okay, they're probably on point. On Dragons, you can't contest it. Don't risk your life contesting it. That was a decent attempt. Okay, that's spicy. That stun is so pathetic. Like, it just doesn't work at all. Yeah, Kha'Zix trolled, good punish there, very confident. You saw the bot lane and mid lane, so you knew you were fine. Xerath's stun is so pathetic, man. Like, the duration is just 0.2 seconds. It was just so bad. But it was good enough. It was good enough. Okay, okay. Nice. Outrun, just don't let her give her a hit. Beautiful. Farm mana, mana. Get mana. Get mana. Mana. Again, that's a starter with a W. You have your full kit available. Start W, land Q after. You're not getting mana? Again, W into Q. See, Q into W is bad. Because they both have like 50-50 chance to land. But if you shoot W first, it's not the best ult. I wouldn't have used it there, honestly. My team dies, fuck them. Also, now you're contesting for no reason when your team got to the opposite side, so you die. Yeah, that was pretty sad. That was pretty sad, honestly. I don't know. Like, first of all, you shouldn't be in the wave alone as a support, almost ever. It's just not a beneficial thing to do. You want to hug your team. And yeah, obviously you shouldn't have gone in, and you have a global. So you can also stay farther back. Basically, Xerath is just, when you enter mid game, you should never die as Xerath. If you watch the best Xerath players on the server, they're gonna have like 7-2-11 KDA, something like that. Because they're just gonna play so fucking passive, and they're just never gonna die. Because the trick of Xerath is just knowing everything and never getting caught and dying. You went a bit too close there, so you permitted exhaust. Don't chase. Kha'Zix is again bot side, so this map has been very, very split up. This was a vertical jungle, and Kha'Zix lived bottom side while you're leveling camp top side. So you should have played even safer this entire game. Like, you guys were very, very cocky. Like, your top one, like, you got turrets, you got the plate. Ripperoni Evelyn. I know the meaning of safe. I mean, safety is the best thing you can ever do. Like, if you want to climb, chat, if you're gold, silver, platinum, whatever, as soon as you learn to be consistent, as soon as you learn some discipline, you ramp up to diamond, no matter what. No matter what. If you're very consistent with your decision making, you're gonna get diamond within months. Easily. I fucking guarantee you. Because that's a thing most people lack. Like, the worst thing you can do in solo queue is just, like, go vary so much in your performance. Like, oh, one game I go 24 and 3. I'm literally faker. I'm faker. I'm one-shotting everything. And then in the next 3 games, you're running it down because you want to replicate that performance. You want to get that mega fed. You know, you got to recognize the win conditions, recognize what you need to play for, what's your idea, and what's your goal for that specific game, and act alongside it, you know? And it doesn't matter if you're faker one game, but a bronze 4 player, 3 others, because the average is just gonna fuck. Like, if you know anything about averages, like, being faker for one game literally means jack shit if you're a bronze 4 for 3 games in a row. It literally means nothing. Like, you're just fucked. Okay? But if you're like, lowest performance is like some good old like gold like class player, and then you can pop off up until like diamond level, like you just climb up immediately. Because solo queue is a marathon and not a peak performance game. Zephy, thanks for the Twitch Prime, appreciate it. Welcome to the Squiz Squad. Hope you're enjoying the cast, man. Appreciate it. Hell yeah. So yeah, I talk about that in my ultimate guide to League of Legends. Statistics are very, very important if you really want to climb. Okay, so we move on. I really don't like this build, and I've explained why. I think Ludens gives you way, way more. Also, you won't be able to auto-attack for mana mid-game most of the time as Xerath. So Ludens is just, I think, better. But mostly you want it for penetration. Okay. That sucks for a play. There we go. That was a W. You didn't queue after. Okay, you did there. You're absolutely fucked. Wait for this. Ah, hold it. Hold it. That's sad. Yeah. If you hold the stun, you can potentially insta-stun him after Q. If you hold, yeah, you should have held the stun there. If you insta-stun him after the Q, you're kind of fine. That's your only outplay in that scenario. Literally only outplay. By the way, they roam their top lane or bot lane, because look at the map again. You guys are playing like utter weak side here. you shouldn't ever like play aggressive. Your team is basically winning this game if you guys aren't dying. If you look at the score, like without your deaths, the game is just won. So if you guys can just play discipline, you basically win the game. You need 2 shots here unless you heals. Nice, amazing, beautiful. Mega ward. Go back immediately. Go back immediately. Don't even go for the wave. Go recall. 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 Go. Go back. Go back. 1.3k on fucking support. Go back. Cash that in. Run it down mid. Okay. Get the mythic. This is just all like nothing. Yeah. See all those like 15 seconds. That was literally nothing. Nothing has been done. You know. Yeah, like your micro is really good. You can read people. You can understand how they're gonna move. Your micro is really good. I don't know why you don't buy Amp Tome here again. Like 500 gold. Buy Amp Tome and still go for the... If you went for this, go for Cosmic Drive. No, Horizon Focus. What the fuck am I saying? Yeah, Horizon Focus is next. You want that because it also gives you vision. So let's say if you land one ult, you can even delay your second ult because you have vision on them. It's a really good underrated thing. Plus you deal more damage. Okay, Kog'Maw's dead, don't even bother going to him. Don't even bother, he's absolutely fucked. Go mid, go mid, go mid, go mid. He's dead, go mid. He missed position, he didn't read where this guy is. Don't go bot lane, don't make his mistake. Okay, I guess I'll right pink. I would have pink closer to mid or just straight in the pit. You wanna play a Here's the thing about the babysit lanes. If you're playing with Vayne, Kog'Maw, Twitch, whatever the fuck it is, and you or any other AD carry, but you're losing lane, because with these you're assuming you're gonna lose. So if you're behind, mid game is the key. Like if you're behind in any of the matchup, you can just look at the head-to-head, and you guys are clearly behind here. Plus you're getting camped on the weak side. The best thing you can do is get the fuck out. So that's all you're waiting for. The entire game, you're just surviving to get the fuck out, and you did all right. You're 3 and 5, and you got a lot of money. You got a mythic already at 16 minutes, which is not horrible for a weak side. But you want to get unleashed. You want to get liberated. You know, you don't want to get tied down into that terrible bot lane. So you're just waiting that mid game to get out. So yeah, see that pink basically holds no value. Immediately gets cleared. Why? Because it's the weak side on the bot lane. Yeah, that's really bad by you. The positioning was really bad. Nice, good stun. You should have saved the Q for after the Dark Harvest, but okay. Because if you Q him at the start of his HP, you can't really proc Dark Harvest. Because it's just a minor optimization, but how this fight was looking, you were likely not gonna have any abilities. Look at the cooldowns. Look at the cooldowns. It's just like an instantaneous thing that I think about. Like, look, you have 11 seconds, 4 seconds, and up. So, do you think he's gonna survive 4 seconds? No, he's not. So use the optimal damage. You Q after he's below 50%. That's the way to do more damage with the same amount of abilities, just by pacing it. Because if you Q immediately, it's slightly less efficient than Qing after 50%. So if, let's say, he was slightly healthier, he had this amount of health. He had this amount of health. Your team wouldn't have killed him without your burst, without your extra optimization of burst. They wouldn't have killed him. And then he would maybe kill one, get a reset, and snowball. So in another timeline, that can be devastating. So you want to optimize that. You want to optimize every single like thing possible. Now, these are obviously minor things, like who the fuck cares? But I mean, Dark Harvest, maybe it pays it off, having that extra damage later on. You know? Skardark!
High Priest
Skardark, my man, appreciate High Priest of Macro. Thank you for 4 months. I mean, what else do I have in my bag of tricks when I play VelKoz? What else am I gonna do? Am I gonna jump at them? One-shot them? Welcome back, man. Appreciate the sub. Hell yeah. Okay. Dragon is up. You don't have a reset. You do have tempo. So you need to summon your team and rush this. You can hold the mid. Evelyn is going for a pick. Look at the map. Look at the map. This is camera control, okay? You see 2 guys in the mid. You see 2 guys in the mid. 2 guys are dead. The only guy missing is Kha'Zix, and we know Kha'Zix is on the bottom side. Why? Because he has to be. Unless he's doing Herald for a trade, which it could be reasonable, but irrelevant, because you have the control of the entire vision, and you're safe. So what you can do here is afford to not be on yourself with the camera. You look at mid lane. You look at mid lane, you look at health, you look at positions, you look at like what is happening. Now Evelynn is going towards mid, she's gonna gank obviously. Now Kha'Zix might counter gank and you might want to ult that immediately. Like the 1 second difference can mean anything here. So yeah. This very just look at the mid lane instead of yourself, you know? Even though your ult is not up yet, you wanna know what's going on so you can ult after. See? Okay? Not bad, it's fine, totally fine. Kha'Zix on you. Watch out, yep, there we go. As soon as you see, we didn't even see him. We didn't even see him, but okay, here we did see him, but it was actually it's fairly obvious that as soon as you use that, as soon as you use the self-root ability, which gives your position away, the next thing you look at, like, can you get a kill? No, you can't. You can't get a kill if you're ult here. As soon as she flashed, the kill was like off the table. As soon as this happens, kill's never gonna happen. So what do? Make sure Kha'Zix doesn't kill you, because you're vulnerable in this state. So here, luckily, Kha'Zix didn't go into you. Like, if he did, he would have died after, but... Good stun, actually. Good stun. I think he... Yeah, he's fucked. Whatever, you get Dragon. Perfect. Go recall immediately. Just recall. Dragon is yours anyway. You shouldn't have stayed there. You're... Okay. Okay, here's another teachable moment. Why did we take this vision? That's why I was in a bush, so he couldn't see me. He can see you. They can see your outer edge, and they can deduce where you are very easily. Obviously better players. So it's best not to rely on enemy mistake. You can easily figure out where you are. Secondly, why do we fight for vision? Why do we take control wards? Why do we kill them? Why do we buy them? So we can have better time at getting objectives. The objective is a done deal here. There's literally no reason to greed for this pink. Because objective is yours. Like, you're done. You like, pack up your bags. Get the fuck out. The heist of the century is completed, you know? You're done. Now you just vase sums and Evelynn gives 700 gold to that guy for no reason. That's really bad when you're ahead. And that opens up this beautiful possibility of that guy clicking on you. See, if this happened 2 minutes later, you guys would have lost the game. Because they would get Baron. And this is all technically indirectly your mistake. So you essentially killed all of your teammates here. Even though you didn't, they played like shit. You essentially killed them. Because you doing this diverted the timeline into this like dark chain of events where Biff runs the fucking casinos and Trump is the president. And you go into this dark timeline where your teammates have extra chance to make a mistake. If you didn't do that, they would be living in this cheerful timeline where they can play brain dead and not make a mistake. Like, they can't fuck it up. But here you gave them a possibility to fuck it up. And by providing that possibility, you bear the consequences. And these are indirect mistakes. And as much as it pains to acknowledge them, they are ultimately your fault. So these are really bad. This is how you lose games. Like, you can play perfect. One bad mistake like this leads to a chain, like avalanche of your teammates doing shit plays. You know? So that's basically the perfect comeback for them. If it was 2 minutes later, they would get Baron and the game was over. So, did you just buy a cloth armor? Don't tell me you just bought a cloth armor. What do I talk about the entire fucking time on stream? Like, what? Why? This is worse than fucking... It's even worse than buying the... What is it called? Arm Guard? Seekers? This is worse. What do I even talk about here? Roam boots are alright, but not that great for Xerath. I prefer Sork shoes on Xerath. On VelKoz, Roam boots are solid. Also, now they've been nerfed, so if you do this, you go Swifties. It's better. You should go Swifties in this case, if you go opt in for this. Okay, can you tell me the reasoning why you bought this cloth armor? I'm pretty sure it goes something like, I don't want to die to Kha'Zix or Yi, because they have a lot of AD, you know? Like, when you just look at the tab, to an extent it makes sense. But once you think about it, it doesn't, trust me. You're going to be like, okay, they have a lot of AD. I don't want to die, let me buy armor. Okay, now in this case it's really, really bad reasoning, because... Okay, let's imagine a scenario where cloth armor saves you, or even Seekers. Let's say you bought Seekers. Cloth armor is simpler because it doesn't give you a chance to kill. Seekers does give you an enhanced chance to kill, but it's actually terrible because you pay 1k for 400 gold value. And also how much gold? Yeah, but you can buy Dark Seal. You can buy Dark Seal here easily, or you can buy Amptone. You can just not buy a pink. Whatever, it doesn't really matter. But the idea is you wanna survive. According to Zvag, defensive items are horrible. Yes, they are. Everyone knows that. Like, if you're Diamond Plus, you should know that. Because the chance this cloth armor will save you is just about the same chance you're gonna get hit by a fucking meteor mid-game here and then die from that. Because this will never save you. If Kha'Zix jumps onto you, you're dead. Okay? You can have 120 armor. If Kha'Zix jumps onto you, you're dead. The best way to survive is your positioning. You think Master Yi is gonna care about cloth armor? He has a fucking samurai katana. He doesn't give a shit about that. Plus, he does true damage. He just shreds you. Like, again, 120. You can have fucking Thornmail here. On 1.5k HP, you die to any of their characters jumping onto you. Okay? So, even if you had Thornmail, it's dead useless in this case. They jump onto you, you die. That's just the sequence of events. So how do we prevent death in that case if the armor doesn't save us when they jump onto you? You gotta look at it one step back. Okay? I have cloth, they're hitting me, I die. I don't have cloth, they're hitting me, I die. We go one step back, which is, oh, they jump onto me. So the key is positioning. If you can position so they never jump onto you, you have a chance to live. So that's basically all you have to solve. Where do you stand to not die? And you maximize your damage. So that's the whole idea. This cloth is absolutely useless. And before he lives with 1 HP and I'm proven wrong. But yeah, it's just really, really fucking low chance. It's just wasted gold straight up. So Yi is getting a lot of money. This is looking like a bit of a fiesta. Don't go too deep, just play some words. Holy fucking shit, you're diving, dude. Okay. You're actually diving. That was way, way too cocky. Like, Kha'Zix, if he just came in like earlier, he would have fucked you up there. You have nothing. They're giving you a turret for free, so take that. Also, you didn't place any vision. Like, you just did a route through their jungle. Like, brrr, you did an entire route here without literally placing a single word. You have 6 available. Well, 4 to be placed. And, like, this is the next area that is going to be very, very contentious. So you really want to, boom, ward, and then pink here, like, somewhere, okay? If I'm playing Vel mid, is it worth to buy Seekers versus AD mid jungle? If you can't lane, and if you buy it in lane, like early game. If you buy it mid game at 25 minutes in, you're trolling, okay? So if you're playing versus Zed Kha'Zix, and your team has pretty solid comp, and they're doing reasonably well, so as long as you survive, you're essentially winning the game. So you prevent feeding by buying Seekers early, like at 7-8 minutes, and then stacking it up. That's totally fine. But if you buy it at 25 minutes, you're an absolute troll. At 25 minutes, you buy Stopwatch.
Love you, bro.
If you want safety, you buy Stopwatch, never Seekers. Trust me. Like, the chance Stopwatch will save you is like 20%. The chance Seekers will save you is like 3%. It's just uncomparable. El Smoko Loco with 17. Thanks for the prime, bro. Love you. I love you, buddy. Appreciate the support. Okay. So, yeah, you're just hovering this VelKoz for no reason. You should be, like, commanding with your positioning. This is all just a bit of a wasted time, because you're not going to make a kill bot lane. You should be getting vision topside. You should be creating control topside here. That's how you set up the proper mid-game for your team. Because at this point, you don't have too much impact as a character. That's all. That's a good ult. Nice. That's a good ult, yeah. If you did that perfectly, in a perfect scenario, she lives. But this is just as good. Like, you can't be expected to fix her mistake that much. You know, that's just a bonus if you did. Okay, I should have tried to maybe rush Vlad there while he was stunned. Whoa, he trolled. Okay, you guys got kind of lucky. That could have been game over. Okay, I like that. I like that you bought stopwatch. Beautiful. Yeah, Seeker is absolutely terrible there. Okay, self-made. Oh my god. Goddamn Australians. They have no chill. So yeah, I mean, your job here is just to prepare division. That's it. Your comp doesn't synergize with you tremendously well that you can just siege and poke and then dive and all that shit, you know? You in lane aren't that insanely useful. You in brushes controlling the sides, and whenever every time they go for a ward, you punish them with a like Q in the face is great though. It's amazing. This is lane, you don't want to be in lane too much. If you okay. This is bad. You're staying in lane again. You shouldn't be staying in lane. Don't stay in lane here. No? This is a mistake. Yeah. You're gonna die. But this is a mistake on so many multiple levels. As a support, you generally don't want to be in lane. That's why I said play brushes. Go topside, create control, create like vision control and brushes so you know what's coming. And then just turtle around that area and control everything. If you're in lane, there's so many issues with this. Because first of all, you're visible. And we got Evelyn in this game, and that's a perfect example. When Evelyn is visible, she sucks. As soon as she's off the map, she's horrible. Okay? There's nothing worse than playing a game versus Evelyn, and she's not ganking. You don't know where she is. You can't play. You literally can't play if you don't know where Evelyn is. In competitive, she loses value because people can track her better. But in solo queue, she goes underground, and you have no idea where she is. And as long as she doesn't gank, she can just go AFK and permafarm. You can't play the game. As soon as you play, she one-shots you. And then you lose the game, essentially. So, the same principle applies to roaming supports very, very often. The longer you're in lane, the more you're visible. The more you're taking resources from your team, which is pretty bad, the less time you're warding and creating control for your team. And not to mention over pushing and getting caught, because there was literally nothing to gain there by being too deep. So yeah, don't waste stopwatch, please. Thank you. Okay, not bad. So yeah, that doesn't lose you anything unless the dark timeline and now your teammates go one by one and they get burned. But yeah, that doesn't cost you anything on the macro scale. Now it's a bit too late to start preparing Baron. You control the dragons. 1 minute until next dragon. You beeline there because you have a better timer. You can see the timer is offset from you and Yi. You run down there and create vision on dragon. So you guys should get it. Fucking Trollbed in both chats is trippy, dude. He's everywhere. There is another. Okay, he's going to dragon. He's flirting a little bit over there. You can pink that brush or pit for sure. The Baron is not warded, but luckily you see them all now. There's one case where you can actually press ult if you want and just hunt down. Okay, yeah. It's pretty lousy because you looked for Vlad. But yeah, why I said that, that's fine, because you don't want to fight. You don't give a fuck about fighting. You want to get dragon. You can just use ult and push them back. Don't fight, don't commit, back off, back off. Nice, I like that. Go back dragon. This whole ordeal was to fake a fight. Now, you guys are still going in, which is really bad. This whole thing was to fake a fight and make enemies think you're gonna fight, not to actually fight. Because if they think you're gonna fight, you get, like, they back off, you get dragon. And now no one is starting dragon for some reason. Like, you guys should have rushed it easily. Because it doesn't matter whether you kill them or not. This is what low elo players don't understand. It's absolutely irrelevant if you get a kill or not. You're here for a dragon. Like, your sole purpose is to get a dragon here. You don't really care if they die or not. If they walk in and defend it, like, brain-deadly, and you still get them, it's a bonus. But you're here for Drake. See, Sion is typing just take Drake. As you should. You should be zoning like that. Exactly. That was a small PPQ. But it's fine. There's no reason to risk it. Again, err on the side of caution always. That's how you create discipline and stability. Consistency. And that's what climbs. As I said earlier. Because that's how statistics work. Yeah. Yoink that shit. Yoink that fucking blue. God damn it. Okay, now you're pushed into the shitty build where you have to finish Seekers. And now you just have a glorious 1000 gold value golden amp tome. It's a new video on Mr. Beast's channel. I bought an amp tome for 1000 gold, you know? So you have 20 AP for 1k gold. It's really, really bad. That's horrible value. But yeah, you're forced into it because you had that cloth. Yeah. Okay, let's prepare Vision on Baron. You got 4 minutes to work with. You got 4 minutes to create control here. Typical flaming viewers. Now I'm just trying to make it interesting so it's memorable, dude. You're not gonna memorize me saying like, oh, cloth bad. But if I say something like that, like to blow it out of proportion and make it like, it might make a mark on you, you know? Next time you buy it at 20 minutes plus, just remember me, you know? Okay, you're just waiting for them to appear in Sion and you go ham. Yep, there we go. They're ganking bot lane. You don't care. Now, this can be devastating because they steal it, but he shouldn't be allowed to steal. It should never happen. Dead lol, he's typing in chat as if they're not losing Baron. No kills, ahaha. Dude, Mastery is just... He's L9 as fuck. Yeah, go farm jungle, fast. Go. Do not waste time. The more time you waste, like coincidentally Sion is dead here, but even if he is, and even if he's not, you want to rush this. Because these are reset objectives. Baron Inhibitor are reset objectives. Every time you do them, you want to reset as early as possible. Why? Because you get to utilize the most amount of value. Because you never fight after. I mean, we cleared this, I believe, before, like 1,000,000 times. So yeah, you want to rush this. You want to rush the goal so you finish the Zhonya's. Because all these items have literally no value unless you complete them into Zhonya's. Stopwatch dead useless, Seeker's dead useless. But if you just pay slightly extra, you actually have a valid item. So yeah, do 2 camps fast. Azzapp should be a teacher in school. Actually, I did teach math to a lot of my colleagues back in elementary and high school. Like when they didn't understand a concept, they would just ask me. I would spend a lot of time doing that shit. Hey, an average butter, what up? Good to see you, baby. How you doing? Life's good. Hope you're doing wonderful. Okay, so siege, but how do we siege? Sion is top. Okay, what do we do? Siege mid, shove the wave, rotate bot lane, collect the plate. Patch 11.14, the second turrets are really, really valuable. They give you so much money. Okay, so it's actually very, very good to actually push a second tier turret. So how do you do that? You don't just run bot lane, because that's stupid. You open up a possibility of a rush down mid lane and you lose, again, prio, so you have to reset and waste time. But if you go shove mid one wave with the Baron, they instantly rotate to the bottom wave. Not only do you catch them off guard that they don't know like that you're sieging them in time, but they also can't do anything because they're stuck to a wave. So yeah, this is good. Take control of their vision. Like, fuck them up. See, look at their jungle is gone. They can't enter the jungle, ever. They went in there, died to Evelyn. No one is pushing bot, which is pretty sad. Like, Kog'Maw should have been doing that, but you can't really control him. Good. You can even ult this. If you ult this, get him low, you get free inhib. It's actually totally fine to ult this. Like, Xerath very often doesn't need to ult for a kill. You can ult this. Straight up, just ult his ass. You ult his ass, you open up the base, get the inhib, and then rush the second inhib top because you have a wave coming. And also the second inhib top is way more valuable to you right now than the bot one because the dragon will be coming up in like 2.5 minutes. So if you get 2 in quick succession mid top, you're gonna have essentially free soul on the bot lane, which is basically GG. Because these inhibitors, they have higher value the faster like within one another they're taken. Because if you get one inhib and just as soon as it like respawns you get another, it counts as one, you know. But if you get one and this one in 10 seconds, you have like almost 4 minutes like to operate with both. That's essentially game over. So yeah, reasonable trading here. The guy should get a lot here. I don't know if they can end potentially. Yeah, Zhonya's wasn't used. Armor didn't save us. Why'd you pick VelKoz? Stop flaming him, dude! He likes tentacles and geometry. Stop. Why are you a bully, man? Let people join the Squid Squad. Okay? He wants to shit on him. He wants to make him feel bad for drafting VelKoz, and he's gonna be like, that's why you lost. That's why I took your LP, bitch. He's just waiting for that. You stole him from me, haha. Okay. I'm about to steal! Okay, so that's Free Soul. I don't know what the fuck your team was doing. They, I guess, attempted to finish. They didn't get double inhib. They should have got top inhib as well, but whatever. Again, out of your control, irrelevant. It's just a worthy thing to note, I guess, for you guys in chat, learning how to... Don't walk in! He just disappeared. Press ult, press ult, press ult. You're never gonna join the fight. You're never gonna join the fight with anything but ult. Should have tried ult the guy as fast as possible there. Because the fight ran away from you. And it's impossible to walk behind it lagging because you're a slow-ass champ. You just ult to join it. Okay. Not bad. But you're not gonna kill. Okay, ult. 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 There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. You could have landed that one, but it's fine. That's fine. Eve is full HP. Eve is a balanced character, by the way. Especially for solo queue. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, sure, I guess you can get Dragon here. It's not a bad thing. Like, sure, you could rush in, but... I don't even mind these plays, because it's always better, like, to have more discipline and error of the side of caution. Like, well, 99% cases. Sometimes if you know you're gonna get horribly outscaled, you might want to flip the game, but... that requires substantial game knowledge, and that's like Diamond Plus decision making. Sion just fucks it all up, dude. Vinions! Wait, no! They actually lose! They will lose this game, chat! It's gonna be a comeback! Master G is now fed as fuck. It's over. Just ult the Nexus, Anubish. Just ult the Nexus. Yeah, what I was about to say there, like, you could have literally just ran it down and ended the game. But it's not horrible mistake there on the side of caution. Like, because you're not really risking much by staying safe. But if you miscalculate, and very often people do in solo queue, if you miscalculate that you can end, and you go and fail, you lose the game. Very often. So yeah, like, your chance is higher win rate. If you don't know, like, exactly whether you can end. Kog'Maw is just running it. Well, he doesn't have the passive like Sion, sadly. LeBlanc can just finish it easily. That was a wild combo. If you're doing combos like this on a face check, let me teach you this one. When you do stuff like this, okay? Here's what you do. You EQ fast, okay? When they're fishing in you guaranteed, and you don't have to, like... You know you're gonna land all of your abilities. You EQ first, okay? Here's the reasoning why. Let's say... Okay, see the slow the W applied there? You applied W on the outer ring because you shot it first, and that was ridiculous. And also the slow of W is overlapping 100% with the stun. So as soon as he gets unstunned, look at his movement speed. He's running at Mach 3, okay? So how would you sequence this properly is you do E into Q and then W dead on center as soon as your E, as E is wearing off. So they're gonna be crippled after that. They'll get 90% slow after going out of a stun. And it's just horrible. So yeah. That's just how you properly do a face check. And because they're crippled for such a long time, your Q is very low cooldown. They can get another Q while they're like running away. So yeah, it's just a better, like, more promising sequence. You shouldn't have flashed that. Just stop watch it. Just Zhonya's it. Your team's gonna win anyway. Like, you just bait them onto you and then Zhonya's that. Like, if they go for you, your team just ends the game. Okay, Sion, can you please fucking end this game? Just shoot a Q. Just shoot a Q. Okay. Just pull him to side or something. Then Zhonya's. Stun? Chain stun. Wait, what? Did it just one-shot a 3k HP Vlad? Wait, what? Okay. Sheesh. Yeah. I mean, I've seen bounce all the time when you invest, man, like in my games. But I still get surprised by that bullshit. That's just way too much damage. That champ is so cheesy. Holy shit. Yeah. That concludes this VOD review. Plus 15! Now, you could have played it way better. You could have less deaths. You could optimize your build. A little bit of sequencing work. Your micro is great. Never buy Clutter Seekers. Phantom. See ya, buddy. Okay, so another VelKoz support. Dark Harvest. Let me check the runes. Because we didn't scrutinize the Anubish runes. I guess it's a copy of mine. Okay, never mind. Yeah, a copy of mine. Taste of Blood is actually alright versus Israel. I would have probably gone cheap shot here because you want to maximize your damage with Varus. So, but it's not horrible. Solid runes. Okay. So, let's look at the game a little bit. You guys have 2 teleports, they have 1. Those are good things to remember. Also, Karina is a natural roamer. Sheesh. That was interesting. And this is precisely why every time I do this strat, I never do this one first. Okay? Because, let's say, fuck, I'm gonna sneeze. I always go here, and then I queue this brush first. Because if they're gonna run through here, you're gonna see them, or through here. And then when you come back, if they did the bottom one, you're gonna see them here while you're here, so you're unkillable. But now if you do this one, and then go for this one, you can walk in and die. So it's just a little bit of optimization. That's interesting. Did you see them? That was a wild Q. You didn't, because of your positioning. Now we're gonna see them. Oh boy! Wait! What are they doing? You're so out of position. They're panicking. Look at them. They're fucking panicking. What is... What? Don't flash. Please don't flash. What just happened here? Oh my god. I have no fucking clue what happened there. I was wild. I'm glad we chose this game. Amazing stuff. That was like in cartoons when they like keep running past each other, you know, entering different rooms and shit. It was like watching a cartoon. No one had a solid plan in their mind what to do there, literally. Not one of you guys had a plan what to do there. Everyone just got surprised by everyone. So yeah, you kind of deserve to die there. Especially with that recall at the end. Okay. Oh no, if he dies here, you single-handedly lose the lane. Man, this lane is not that hard. This lane is actually fine. Oh my god, that's so bad. That makes this lane so difficult when it was easy as fuck. Like, all you gotta do is avoid hooks and you win. Ace 2, my man, what's up? All you gotta do is avoid hooks. Warwicked. Yeah, like, this guy's already out of mana. He shot 2 fucking hooks. And he's such a useless support. Blitzcrank is terrible. You bait out a hook and then you just veil on him for fucking 20 seconds.
The VelKoz.
20, another 23 today. Welcome back, Stu. Thanks for 23 months! Almost 2 years. Holy shit. By the time you get 2 years, there will be a new fresh badge waiting. Beautiful. Welcome back, man. Okay, see, this lane is not that difficult. You guys are kind of alright. Except he doesn't have flash, so he can't afford a single mistake. If he gets hooked, he gets fucked. Yeah, but we're gonna get an updated one. That yellow, it's going out. I never really liked it that much. I've commissioned an artist to make some good ones. Okay, let's see it. So this is fine, just hover behind the waves and shoot Qs around, basically. Just control the positioning of Blitzkrieg. Ezreal's not valuable right now. Wadila is a silver 1 gold promo. Decent Q? For him it's better to get hit than to E, honestly. He wastes mana for no reason. Now we can... Yeah, I was about to say here. Look at this. He didn't have E, okay? So, look. Boom, E. And look at this sequence. Look at your experience. Look at your experience here. Like, why don't you fight this? You have both summoners up. They're weak damage early game, and you're gonna hit level 3 before they do. Okay? So this Q, you should have played around it. You see how this Q went? It went exactly how would you expect. You recast it early, clip him, because he's gonna go backwards, and he's gonna be slowed in your territory. You get E, instant level up, pop him, true damage, and then he has to flash. And you basically hard win the trade. So yeah, they get fucked over that level up. Hey Silent Wolves, what's up? That was just free low for you guys. You could have equalized the summoners. Okay. Yeah, you're not hovering here. This is a deadly scenario. Now you see Kha'Zix up there. So you know he's not there. You don't need to ward this. Don't waste a word. And he wasted a word. You'll literally see him here. This is absolutely pointless. Anivia will not roam on you and you see the jungler. He died. Like the shortest, earliest time Kha'Zix can be here is in a minute. This will last 83 seconds from now on. So you basically have safety of 23 seconds. Because the first minute is safe, guaranteed. So 23 seconds is the efficiency of this ward, essentially. So you're wasting like a quarter of it. And that's really bad. Not wasting quarter, 3/4. You're wasting like 3/4 of this ward. So if you just delay it by a minute, it's amazing. That's a big deal when it comes to higher elo, because people punish these things. Okay. There's one Dark Harvest. Dude, Yoda attacks. You can hard shove this and get the fuck out, because here you recognize you're kind of running low on resources, and Kha'Zix is obviously gonna go to the bottom side of the map because he was playing on the top side. So when he goes bottom side, you guys shove, crash, reset, and that's like a perfect recall for you. You get 2 items, he gets 3, and it's great. Plus you get prio, so you get early recall. This is a perfect recall for you. Straight up easy recall. Siege gets a bit spicy here, because if you look at your base, you have this guy. You have Jin Zhao in the. See, this recall is way worse than the earlier one. Okay, this is fightable unless Kha'Zix is here, but you can assume that he is essentially. But you're forced to fight because you're already in this position. So you trade it, go around. You should have went around to bait into Katarina. Yeah, that was suboptimal as fuck. You guys should just crash it and win the fucking lane, but okay. Don't even fuck with this. Shove, shove. I don't know why she didn't shove, you should ping her as well. This is a siphon. The minions are leaking. Your wave is inevitably gonna win, but it's slow pushing, so you're wasting minions. The faster you pull off the band-aid, the better it is. She should have shoved. See, you just crippled your AD carry with this. Katarina Gaming, by the way. Nice. Okay. You got a blasting one rush. That's spicy, sure. Yeah, this is just the most broken jungler right now versus the fucking season 1 mid laner, Omega Lul. Okay, so that was a joke. Top also won. Nice. You're setting that up. You guys don't really have prio bot lane, so going for this dragon is a bit spicy. It would be a mistake if you go for it. Just, yeah, exactly. Just pink it and chill. This guy's trolling. I don't know what he's doing. He's actually trolling with that. He's so greedy. Yeah, he deserves to die. That was a terrible play. Now you guys don't have teleport, so they can actually attempt Baron here or Dragon, and you can't really stop them. You don't have the damage. Yeah, the wave is also still fucked. So you're losing a lot of CS. You guys could have been massively ahead here. You're siphoning quite a lot for no reason. Top die. Top die. I don't know why is this guy pushing. It's pointless. He's not gonna do anything 1v4. Absolutely pointless shit. The wave is still horrible. It's gonna bounce finally. Okay, so you guys wanna catch this and do some stuff. You know, Kha'Zix is gonna rotate the top side very, very soon because he obviously has no more resources here. And everything up is spawning. So if he doesn't take it in the next minute, it will be stolen. So he needs to move towards top side. So that's kind of how, like, reasonable baseline jungle tracking, you know. If we spend too much side on the bottom side, you can't stay there without sacrificing a lot. You get a gank, they have a pink, they can't die. The freeze seems to be alright, but then he breaks it. The freeze would be good, but yeah, he broke it. You can freeze because you're soon to be level 6, and level 6 all in, you just win. So you really want to set that fight up. Yeah, I like that you're helping him set up minions and push here. That's exactly what you want to do, because when a wave starts hitting this point of like flipping over, it's gonna like collapse and crash. You just have to make it fast as possible. See, if you didn't do it fast as possible, it would be here. And it's bad. That is bad for you, because then you have to contest this wave in this area, which is their territory. Like, through and through, because they can jungle gank you, they can mid-roam, they can TP behind you, they can run here and hook you under a turret. So this is just a really bad wave to fight, you know? So in order to avoid this scenario 30 seconds down the line, or 20, when it starts like pushing by itself, you hard shove it. That's just a good rule of thumb. Yeah, I mean, I'm aware in silver that people probably wouldn't like, because look, if let's say this guy sins and makes another gank in the bot lane after being in bot lane for like 2 minutes, he has nothing in his jungle to take, and in this jungle you can see everything up, and like, even a gold player should be able to deduce that this shit is up. Like, in high elo, people are just gonna click on him, look at him when he had the buff. They can look at the CS numbers. Okay, high elo players will look at the CS numbers and calculate which camps they got. A really good jungler. So if he appears here with like almost the same CS or +4 or +8, so that means he only did 2 camps in the bottom side. So that means this here is up. So 12 points here are for the taken. So this guy will just beeline and steal his shit. So that's technically sinning, you know, making an incorrect play, flipping the game. So you wouldn't want to do that as a jungler, and you can kind of assume that he doesn't want to do that. And then you operate like that in mind. Okay, you're slowly chipping away. Level 6 coming up for you. If he ults, you guys get a kill when you're 6. So that's kind of free. Good. Here we go. Here we go. I still don't get it. You need one more minion. That's sad. You missed out on some experience. That's fine. Don't panic those. Like, this is the most predictable shit ever. You should never get hit by that. Yeah, I should never do that. You kind of panicked and just started running away, making yourself predictable. Like when he runs up to you like that, you just fucking go parallel, move sideways. You can't do shit.
Shut down.
Yeah, I should have never died there. That's just mechanical error. Blitzcrank is terrible, I'm telling you. It's a trash fucking champ. Okay, you're coming back. You kind of want this guy to bait and ult. Blitzcrank no mana. He needs 100, right? Yep. Shove. Okay, this is where you roam. This is where you roam. Okay? You have this offset that happens. This happens very often in sloppy random lanes. Happens in solo queue, means all the time. So if this offset happens, you roam. Okay? Because there's nothing you're gonna do here. If you stay for another wave, you're trolling by shoving it. If you're just waiting for him, you're wasting time, plus you're visible, and we talked about visibility in the previous coaching, which is like you're losing value by being visible. By being invisible, you're applying threat to every other lane in the game. So this is where you go into fog of war and roam. Right now. Right now. Going here is waste. Go roam. Okay. You are attempting a roam. That's good. I like that. Nice. It's fine. Here we go. Max range Q. Max range Q. Yeah. Sure. I'll take it. It's alright. Yeah. Good play. Good play. See, a clueless support would just stay there in the wave and just go AFK and picking his nose until the 80 carry comes. And that's what you want to avoid, you know? Those pitfalls of AFK, of being on autopilot. Think proactively what you can do. You can do a repeat gank if you want. Because you know there's no jungle counter now. You've eliminated the jungle counter and this guy won't fight, obviously. He just needs to crash the wave. So you could have attempted this roam. It doesn't matter if you kill or not. Even if you just show up, it's good pressure on her. And she's like, even if you don't do anything, she's gonna type to her teammates, oh, VelKoz mid, bot div, jungle div, support div, and then lose her mind. Because that's how solo queue works. People are stupid. They don't understand like who can roam and when. So that even if it's a pointless roam and you show up there twice, they're gonna panic and then keep typing like, oh, you're getting so out roamed bot lane, you know? And they're just gonna lose their mind. It always happens. So yeah, don't push the wave. Let it crash back. Varus knows what's up. You're chilling. You're sitting in a safe spot. So yeah, this is the poke into Varus ult. That's your play. No other sequence of events, I guess. Short of Blitzcrank running up and missing a hook. So yeah. Beautiful. He's done. Okay, look at this. 12 seconds of being useless. Move up. Move up, as long as you're covered behind minions, and look for Israel. Perfect. Exactly. There you go. It's good punish. Decent. Decent punishment right there. Okay, good pink horde. You see the jungler. You know where he is. This guy is going crazy. Okay, quickly turn back. No biggie, no biggie. We quickly turn back on L1. Katarina died as well, wow. If he goes in, kill him. Whoa, that's amazing, okay. A really good placement and timing. You kind of panicked there, but it's fine. You didn't need to use both sums. One was more than enough. And you can use the second one to play aggressive after. But yeah, that was winning. You had a ward, you saw him, beautiful. Good placement, good timing, yeah. You get the Warwick thingy. Ooh, that's a lousy. You don't do those. Wow, okay. Not bad. You get Dark Harvest, you live. Or he lives because of you. Not bad. Yeah, ideally you don't greed for that, but it's fine. Because their top is non-existent. He's locked out of the game. Warwick has literally nothing to do but roam. Like, he's just done. He's finished in this game. Panic a bit much? I mean... Okay, here's why panic happens very often. Panic, you know how like when you go to high school or uni and then you have an exam, you panic, but if you know everything and you studied, you don't panic, right? You're more relaxed. So that's how panic works, okay? You panic when something occurs and you don't know how to deal with it. Now, you shouldn't panic in a league because you should predict every single event that can happen. So you can imagine, and the game is very like locked out. There's not too many variables, like right now. There's not too much shit that can happen. You can't have a Nivea like appearing right behind you somehow. You can't. You physically can't. So you know that's out of the fucking way. What can happen is Invisible Kha'Zix running in, Blitzcrank Hex Flash or Flash and hooking, and you can have Warwick running you down. That's it. Those are the scenarios. And there's nothing else that can fucking happen. And you can just same goes for trading. In trading patterns, you can imagine, okay, if Blitzcrank does that dash over the wall, what can happen? What can happen? It can hook me, then they're gonna dish out their combo, and if I flash away from the combo or barrier, absorb it, we're fine because we have more damage, and just win. So just think about it like that in those like sequence. So for every sequence, you have to like have a protocol on how to behave. If this happens, I'll do that. If that happens, I'll do that, and just have a bunch of protocols in line, and you're basically prepared for anything. Like, you don't have to have all of them, but just imagine like 3 most statistically plausible scenarios that are gonna happen and just think about them. You can actually get, here's an interesting little anecdote. You can actually get better at League by just thinking about it without playing it. It's so weird and counterintuitive, but it actually happens. You can literally just think about it and get better. So what I would do back in the day when I was training matchups and I was practicing and playing, like trying to be as good as possible, I would imagine like, let's say 2 champs, like a matchup that I don't really like, and I would imagine like Orianna versus LeBlanc, okay? And I would imagine it in my head, and I would play out a bunch of like 1v1 fights around waves in my head. And I would imagine like what would have to happen for LeBlanc to win and what would have to happen for Orianna to win. And you would just have that like simulation in your head fighting. And that would give you actually very, very valuable intel on how to play the lane, even without playing the lane. Because you know all the abilities. Like, there's only like so many ways you can put them in, you know? You legit know all the abilities. Unless you're a total beginner that you don't know like what champs do. But if you do know, you can just combine them into like different sequences. Okay, that was a lousy combo. That's fine, that's fine. Play with him, play with him. There's a potential Katarina mega reset. Play with him, play with him. Set it up. Not bad. Okay, it's all in Katarina. Nah, she won't be able to do it. Irelia TP is almost up. Nice try. It's kind of worth to attempt for a mistake there. You still got a flash out on Blitz. It's worth to attempt, because if that works, Katarina just gets a triple quad and game over. The gain was insane for just risking her life a little bit. Okay, now this in like in high elo would be a freeze. You would freeze this and just annoy Ezreal. He's very vulnerable without subs now. Crescent Chelly, thanks Noob Noob. Thank you, my friend. Okay, turrets are gonna be falling hardly here with a Nivea in the game. Okay. What is happening on the map? I like that. I like that. This is a classic mirror rule example. Okay, look at the map. Look at the red map. Just look at the disparity of the map on how deep you're here and how shallow you're here. What does that tell you? She just dove Warwick here and killed him. Under tier 2, got the turret without counter, without response. What does that tell you? Anivia missing? Kha'Zix not accounted for. What does it tell you? He has to be in this side. Otherwise he would have countered this. Okay, so that's a mirror rule. If that shit happens, you don't make a play. You play safe. So it's very, very, very simple. Because he has nothing to do statistically. Like just by process of elimination. You can figure out where he is. So now we have Basically everyone accounted for. We saw Nivea, and even though we didn't see this guy, we kind of know where he is. We can deduce that. So that's a good recall. You should go mid here. You should go towards mid because there's a potential fight. Your team is going a bit deep and you want to counter that. Ezreal will recall after that, so it's kind of pointless. So yeah, you should hover these guys for counter, obviously. Ideally out of vision so they get surprised. Okay, nice. Exactly what should happen, but yeah. I kind of like that she didn't jump in there brainlessly. That's sad, you shouldn't get hooked ever there. Yeah. So yeah, that's alright. Oh my god! 77 Whisper, really? Wow, good joke. Come back in 2 minutes with a better one. Okay. So yeah, I'll tell you what to do now, but you're dead. And there's nothing you can do. You're just at the mercy of your teammates, and that's not a pleasant feeling. Because teammates are prone to fucking shit up. And we go to the indirect territory of bad dark timelines. Where just because you died, your teammates into it. You know? See? If you weren't dead, this guy wouldn't have lost the fight and died. But because you died, he died. And because he died, someone else might die. And because they die, someone else might die. And essentially with one fucking mistake here, getting hooked, you can lose the game if teammates get 1-by-1 steamrolled. And that happens so much in solo queue. That's the classic example. So yeah, one kill into another kill into a third, all because you got caught. Yeah, not the best one. Oh, the Kha'Zix, man. What a play. What a banger play by Kha'Zix. Another one died. You're really winning the game. Like, all you guys have to do is keep it in your pants. Okay? If this was high elo, this would be molding right now. All she wants you to do is to sit still and she wins the game. Even if they send 2, she wins. So yeah, the fact that you guys are just trolling this for her is very, very annoying. Look at that. She almost 1v3'd. So yeah, you guys are just losing the strong side, sadly. No, actually, every side is strong side, but yeah. Okay, Herald, whatever, you know, you can't really do much. This is where you pull the plug, okay? This is where you drop the anchor. It's time to slow this fucking boat down, because you're going into rapids and it's getting wobbly. Like 1 died, 2 died, 3 died, 1-by-1 turret. Now your best player makes a mistake because he's 1v3. And that's how the game goes off the rails. So what you do is do the anchor. Which means don't contest shit. Just cut your losses, you know? Cut the losses. Just say whatever. Okay, we fucked that one up. We're just gonna reset mentally and we're gonna reset in game tempo-wise because we're not gonna do anything until she appears again and we are as 5. So now you can run in again and just keep the cycle going of 1-by-1. So the best thing you can do here is pull the plug. Say, fuck it. Take the Herald. We're gonna wait for Irelia patiently. We're still ahead. We're still winning. So yeah. There's really just nothing else to do. Nothing better you can do but that. So yeah, again, if you're giving this up, you don't need to ward it. You don't need to like hover it. You don't need to contest it. You go mirror. Okay? There's a dragon coming in less than a minute. And they're doing Herald. So that gives you like free control. Crab, full vision, reset into dragon fight. So you should have been doing that. Those are your chores here. And now you're a bit late. You do have your item finally. Get a pink ward as well. Get a pink ward as well where you're exiting. There we go. Nice. I like that gold efficiency. Cool. Cool, Swifties. You're just doing the classic Azzapp build. Yeah, sucks we didn't have this deep vision though. This deep vision without this would be really good, because now they can use this against you, gain valuable insight, and they're not walking over vision. Which, well, they could sweep, but it would still take their time, and they wouldn't have time to clear yours here. Plus, they wouldn't even know about yours without the fucking thing, so... It's a whole different sequence of events. Now you have Aurelia again topside winning. She does have teleport. She can just TP in if you had, like, let's say you had a ward here. Imagine she TPs, the game's over. Game is literally over. She doesn't have like a good way to come in now. So she's just gonna apply more pressure while you guys dance and delay. As soon as she hits this, you guys are good to go. You guys are chilling. Now they're gonna start panicking and sending people. Warwick alone dies. You don't start it, just long range Qs. Yeah, amazing. Now they're just collapsing. They're just horribly collapsing now. Look how they're panicking. They have to start something. Their Nivea event's so crazy. She's legit trolling just to contest it. Look at them. They're panicking. Yeah, it's too late. Now you get both. And that's the split push win condition. How you play that. Good play by Katarina to interrupt the recalls at the end then. Yeah. That's exactly how you play that. You should have done that as well. You just try to catch them at the very last second of recall. So it's very one of the biggest weaknesses of solo queue is lack of coordination between players, because there's no voice comms and people are horribly coordinated. So if there are 3 guys recalling, even if you guys are weaker in a fight, if you come in at the very end of the recall, let's say 1 or 2 might recall and the 3rd one will cancel. Because people, they won't have same ideas of what you want to do. You force extra decision making on them by attempting that play. So one guy is like, okay, I'm gonna back off. The second guy is like, okay, we have to stick together and fight. Oh wait, we're not sticking together, that can't recall. And now they're 2v3. And then you guys just steamroll over them. So that's a good way to force mistakes, you know? You make them make very difficult decisions. And yeah, you really are just fucking owning this. Okay, 2 pinks. Nice. She died, you beeline to Baron. This is it. This is your area now. You play here. You really got the inhib and turret. She goes bot, because there's no dragon, and then you just play around here. Classic. Okay, pink here. This is the pink. Ward, you're chilling. That's a cookie pink, but it's fine because you have 2. I don't mind that. Yeah, sold. Any interrupt? No, unlucky. Nice attempt though. She kinda trolled. Bowser's on LEC? I didn't watch that. Don't die. This is exactly what Katarina did. Aurelia died, and she died 1 by 1. Classic. Like, most of the solo queue goes down to the same mistakes. Or extremely similar. So yeah, again, you're 3v5. I don't even know how you're holding this vision. If enemy team is any good in high elo, they hard engage. Because they know. Like, they're gonna lose 5v5. And as soon as it really applies pressure, but they're gonna lose either way. So they lose everything. They should hard rush you here and fight you and force it here. So yeah. Okay. Sure. I got his flash, making it worth. A bit of a cookie play, but okay. Yeah, now you guys are winning. You got the 4v4 setup. They TP in, who cares? Back out. Just back out. Even if he dies, it's fine. 2 for 2. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Not horror. Like, Katarina shouldn't have went in for that one. But, doesn't really matter. Because if Katarina didn't go for that one, you could easily just overtake them here and create pressure. This is gonna be big money. They're really just trying to win through split push and her micro gameplay. She's pretty good. Let's see, what do you buy? They're still staying. Okay. Wild shit. That's a really bad play by her. That's a really, really bad play. Even if she kills there, it's a bad play. Literally a bad play. Same by you. This is again how the evades game. Like, this is a prime example of what not to do. You have one inhibitor ticking and the Baron is up, okay? So you dying sets this off by extra 1 minute. So they bought 1 minute of the inhibitor by you doing that. Irelia flashing for a potential kill that yields literally nothing on the map is really, really bad. So her flash is more valuable than 1 kill right now. So yeah, that was just bad all across the board. Bad match. Now the classic 1x1 Fiesta again. And now you got Oblivion Orb, which is just utter shit. Okay. How much healing reduced will he have by the end of the game, chat? What do you say? What do you say? He bought 800 gold worth item. How much healing will he have? I think it's gonna be pathetic value. We'll see. Remind me to check at the end. I think it's gonna be really bad. I really don't see value. Yeah. It didn't influence that guy. 1k? Fuck no. There's no way he has 1k by the end of the game. There's no fucking way. This is the best fight he will ever get for Oblivion Orb, and it's 27 because he hit Warwick. Warwick is the target he wants to hit. And he denied 27 with it. 27 by the way. Yeah, it's just really bad value. You don't want to buy it in this game at all. The inhibitor is up. SMH. Yeah, that was again a bit of a bad macro call by her. She should have gone for a dragon. Am I bad or shouldn't he go Everfrost? In this game, not really. I don't like it here. Nah, Night Harvester is better. And look at what you did with this. Okay, this is an like underrated side effect, and a lot of people don't know about this. I guess they notice it, they feel it, but only too late. You're support, okay? So it's required of you to have pinks. It's required of you to have support item, okay? So you take 2 slots, and the 3rd slot for 800 gold, and you have literally nothing else, okay? What do you do on the next purchase? You have 750 gold. What can you do? Nothing. Sell Dark Seal for something of 700-800 gold? Who cares? Not big value. Sell this or complete it? Either way it's bad. So you have 3 slots to work with. You know? Boots and 2. It's really bad. It hinders your build so damn much that you have no maneuverability right now with the build. You can't build shit. Like right now you would want to have a large rod instead of that. And then you can sell pinks to get another large rod. And then you can kind of like survive an extra 1k and complete a dead cap or get the go for Horizon Focus, which would be better in my opinion. And then you can still have pinks. Now you're just making like so many decisions on yourself for no reason. You're forcing a lot of like sacrifices. Okay, do I lose Dark Seal? Okay, do I lose Oblivion Orb? Okay, do I have to commit to a shitty Morello? Okay, do I sell pinks? You know? A bunch of bad decisions. So yeah. I don't know why you're dual laning here. There should be Aurelia down here while you guys are at Baron. This doesn't make too much sense. Okay. Oh, he came back with a joke. Ass? Slightly better. Not a good one, though. So in a situation like this, I try to establish... Exactly. You got nothing else to do. You're not going to be in lane. Like, again, we talked about this. If you're in lane, and they see support here, like, they can... First of all, they know you're not placing vision. They know you're not with the team. So if they group us 5, they can maybe penetrate here and try to contest vision. Like, you're visible. You don't want to be visible. You want to be here in fog of war, creating even more vision. And when they peek their head in, they get slapped with a Q in the face with a 9 Harvester. They go again, they get EW. And then they back the fuck up, and then you get free objectives without ever fighting. The best VelKoz play is the one where you don't even get a team fight. You just out-control them and you win the game. Through objectives. VelKoz has an insane amount of angles and like control like this. They show up, you hit them. They show up, you hit them. Now deny vision and zone. You don't want to do Baron. You're not doing Baron as a support. As a VelKoz anyway, you're not doing it. The joke is bad. Yeah, it's terrible. It's still way better than the fucking Ice Swallow, you know, the joke that has been on Twitch since like 2011. The dude's a decade late. Alright, good. Interrupt. You should have eased Warwick. If he's chipping away your guy, you E him. I think you're gonna have some healing reduction there, actually. 650. It's not horrible. It's not horrible. It did play an alright role there. But it wouldn't really scale well, and now I guarantee you would have way more value if you actually utilize this gold. Because they're sitting on 2k. It should be GG. You still have Aurelia, who cares? Wow. Yep. You're just empowering the shit. She's healing Ezreal's damage on minions. Aurelia Gaming. Check anti-heal. It was 650. 650, not valuable. Not good value. Not enough to warrant buying it. Not enough to buy it. Yeah. Slightly less action than the first game. Less examples, but still some good educational stuff, I imagine.